Testing, testing, testing. Okay. Testing, testing. Hello, hello, hello. Testing, 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 testing. Okay, looks like stuff's Hello, everyone. Hope everyone can hear me okay. Welcome to KRaine Yoga, August Yogas. So just getting started on our mats. I've been doing a chakra series the last few months, the last 7, obviously, the 7 chakras. And this is the first month where I'm not doing anything chakra, just kind of doing a nice, yummy online flow. I'm not sure if you can hear my music or not. If you subscribe to my emails, then I send the playlist via that on Spotify. So you can find it there or just do your own playlist. So we're gonna get started in a nice comfortable seat. Just crisscross applesauce, whatever is comfortable for you on your mat, whatever feels good on your knees or anything else. And we're just gonna start grounded. So we're just gonna start sitting comfortably, spine aligned, chakras aligned around the spine. If it feels good to close your eyes in the space that you're in, go ahead and do that. And from here, we're just gonna focus on our breath. So August is Wellness Month, which can mean anything to anybody. For me, it just means self-wellness, wellness of the community that we're in, once again aligning with the several chakras, and just what wellness means, not only for you specifically, but just within your whole community, holistically. So you can take that if you'd like. You're already doing the wellness by showing up to yoga, so you're already most of the way there. As we move through our asanas, we'll get like a little flowy. It's going to be very vinyasa, very accessible. I encourage you to have an ujjayi breath, an oceanic breath, inhaling and exhaling through the nostrils, constricting the back of the throat, almost like you're popping up a mirror. Just keeping that power in as we flow through the more breath-focused movements of our asana practice. Still just taking breaths, just on our natural rhythm. Now's a great time to set an intention for the practice. It could be for the whole practice, it could be for the hour. You can set an intention for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, rest of the wellness month. And just use that as you go through your flow. Maybe let it remind yourself why you're here. You can also dedicate that practice or that intention to someone else who might need it right now. One more, inhaling and exhaling. If ohms or mantras are in your practice, this is a great time to start that, maybe with a classic om. And if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open them. So we'll stay seated in comfortable seats. For now, we'll just do some yummy side stretching. So spine long, chin away from the chest a little bit, just trying to elongate the spine, the chakras as much as possible through the crown of the head. And with that, go ahead and extend the right arm out. Start to tippy finger your arm to the side. Place that palm down. We're going to extend the left arm. stretching through the whole left side. Just start to wake up that whole side spine. Maybe you bend a little bit through that right arm. And go ahead, slowly come up through center, maybe both arms up. Feel free to stretch it up. First long stretch to the whole sides. Let's go to the other side. So left arm down. Start to sneak tippy finger those fingers over as much as you want. My arm is already up, my right arm. So I'm just gonna kind of start to dip to the left. Maybe bend through that left arm a little bit if it feels good. My palm is down. Try to keep weight through that right side hip as well. So just try to stay even on that pelvis as much as possible. This isn't too heavy a stretch yet. Just trying to open up those ribs. One more breath and come up. Maybe stretch both arms up again. And hands to center. Over here, let's do just like one more easy little twist just to get things cooking. So I'm gonna take my right arm behind me. You can tent your fingers. You can even take a block. If you have your props near you, put your hand up on a block behind you. Once again, elongating the spine. Left arm up, and then just grabbing that right knee to the outside of that knee. Chest up, inhaling. Exhaling, just look over that right shoulder, further into that twist. And just stretch over, looking over. I like to do little counter stretches too. This isn't the deepest stretch we're gonna go to. This isn't the deepest twist. One more breath here. Come back through center, even out. Let's go to the other side. So right hand, left knee, left arm behind you, tenting those fingers on a block. I would encourage you maybe not to put the palm down because it's a little uneven and your spine isn't really elongating up the way it should. So wherever you're at, behind the sacrum, inhaling chest up. Exhaling, looking behind you. What's she doing? Just looking behind you, keeping the chest up, keeping the spine long. Breathing. One more breath. Give you a little counter twist. And then back to center. Feels good. Yeah. Let's go ahead and roll under our hands and knees in the tabletop position. Nice easy tabletop, so hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. And just find that nice neutral spine first. Slightly tucking the tail, just a little bit, nothing too wild. Just making sure the L, the little fingers, the L fingers are pointing forward as much as possible. I don't want to say the fingers, but you know, could be anything. So from tabletop, let's do some nice cat and cows. Inhaling, dropping the belly, looking up in the cow position. Exhaling, grounding the spine, rounding kitty cat. Chin to chest. Oh, this is so good. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling, grounding in. And just start to take these on your own. Just whatever feels good. Maybe you start to tap into that Ujjayi breath, matching breath to movement. And this is just a great time to just kind of find your own thing too, find your own movement. So sometimes I like to just utilize my whole mat space and rock forward and back a little bit. Just getting outside with normal cat cows, but still kind of sticking with my breath. And sticking with the movement. Waking up the spine. And of course, yummy barrel rolls, whatever you call them. So just kind of Just winding your spine through both sides, different perspective. Still matching breath to movement though. Still mimicking those cats and those cows. And just a couple more breaths here on your own. Getting those last little yummy twists out. All right, when you got enough of that, find a nice neutral spine. Let's get to those shoulders. So on an inhale, right arm up to the sky, looking up, keeping everything elongated and straight. Exhale, roll that arm underneath, resting on that right side face. I'll face you. Right side face, right side temple. All right, let's make sure we're all even. So our knees are still underneath our hips, just like they were a second ago. You're resting on that right shoulder, maybe that right head. So the left arm, she could be tempted, kind of in line with your face, just bent, and using that to push the floor, maybe to push that shoulder up, maybe push a little bit more into that twist, into that shoulder. Or maybe you can extend that left arm up, maybe even bind her once again, just using that to just roll that left shoulder, just to get more into that right side shoulder, upper shoulder area. It's tough. Breathing. Make sure your breath is still there. Big shoulder open. On your exhale, start to unwind the way you came in. Back to our legs. Right arm up and down. Let's do the other side. This time, left arm up, inhaling, looking up to the left, making sure everything's still aligned. Exhaling, sweep underneath. So gently laying on that left shoulder. Oof. Crack in the neck. A good crack. So laying on that left shoulder, very gently. So maybe this side's a little different. We're still making sure those legs are aligned. As always, making sure the whole body is as aligned as she can be. Once again, right hand, maybe she's tempted, maybe she's just on the ground flat, but you're using that as leverage to pull your chest up towards the sky as much as possible, rolling into that shoulder. Maybe the right arm can extend, or maybe she can come behind. Just looking up, very yummy opener. Be gentle. Breathe through these big muscles. Exhale, start to unwind. Bring the arm down gently. The way you came in, maybe left arm and back to tabletop. From tabletop, go ahead, bring the arms just a couple inches from where they were, the hands I mean. Lift the knees up and back, find your first downward facing dog. Maybe your first down dog of the day, definitely of the class. So let's go ahead and find the shape. Once again, making sure the L of your hands, so the index finger and thumb, are facing forward. So they're classic L's in front of you, slightly gripping the mat. We're gonna make sure that chest is pulling a little bit towards the ground, opening up those shoulders, rolling those shoulders onto the back. So just elongating that whole chest, lifting the hips up, maybe even take a slight bend of your knees first, the first one, so it might feel good. And using those bent knees, go ahead and roll the chest down, roll the hips up, almost in an exaggerated position. Then start to straighten those knees and just see where you are in this inverted triangle, this inverted point. Go ahead and find a nice neutral down dog. Bicycle the legs. Delicious. From here, go ahead and roll forward and find your first plank pose, maybe of the day. So finding our plank, my plank, I like to bring my hands just a little bit in front. Just bring them forward a couple of inches. Just make my plank nice and long. Make sure to engage that core. That's what the plank is all about. Core. Slightly lowering, tucking those hips up. So you're just in one long line. Of course, drop the knees. This is the first one. By all means, drop the knees if you need to. If you drop the knees, you're not losing any of the chest opener, pulling the chest through, big heart opener, and whoop, we're still going to elongate. So even if you have to elongate your stance a little bit like mine, just making sure you're tucking your tail. So not tuck, tuck, straight line, in plank, one more breath, all the way down to the ground. Let's find our first little upper back bend. So sticking with a little cobra, could be baby. And then inhale, rolling the shoulders onto the back, hands on either side of the chest, rolling up, little baby back bend. The feet are pointed, so much so you might have a little space. One more breath, and roll down to the ground. From here, tuck the toes, lifting the knees and the hips up and back, downward facing dog again. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, go ahead and find nice and neutral down dog. Lift the right foot up and back. Three-legged dog just for a second. Inhaling the right foot forward, setting up for a low lunge. We're going to drop that left back foot. Lift up, arms up into our first low lunge. Delicious low lunge. So maybe for this first one, you interlace your fingers, put them onto your knee. Use that as leverage to pull the chest up towards the sky. This also feels really good because I feel a nice long stretch in my upper left thigh. Just pulling my chest up, making sure everything's aligned. I am pouring weight into the front right knee and pulling down on that left leg, but I'm not losing any bend in that front leg. So I can still see my big toe, still bending straight. So my ankle is right underneath my knee. I'm going to add the arms. Add the arms. I like to make sure my palms are facing each other. Inhaling, chest up, breathing. Remember that ujjayi breath, containing that heat power inside. Inhaling, exhaling through the nostrils. One more breath here. On your next exhale, go ahead and frame that front foot, that right foot. We're going to start to sneak that left knee back, finding half splits, half Hanuman. Surprise, surprise, my legs, my knees don't really get to a full straight. I can't do splitty splits, but I can try, just like you. So from here, maybe stick with just like the half Hanuman, half splits. Maybe do some little like bend and straightens. Just see what that feels like. Maybe use this opportunity to sneak that left knee back a little and see how far you want to go into your splitties today. As always, just try to keep that chest up, that spine up. In an ideal situation, you also have blocks too. Because if we were all perfect splitters, our bones would be to the ground and our spines would be straight up, elongated, and we'd be like this. But that's not reality. So use your props or use your fingies. Just as much as you can get, keep that chest up and that spine and those chakras elongated. Do a couple more breaths here. Maybe start to sneak back into the half Hanuman, half splits, bringing the back knee a little more straight. And then start to sneak back, forward, framing the front foot. And from here, sneaky, sneaky, we're going to step back find a plank again and just go through our flow. So maybe you find a knee plank and you go all the way to the ground. Maybe you do cobra. Maybe this time you do chaturanga and up dog. Straightening through the arms and legs. Downward facing dog is where we'll all meet again. Love it. Let's do the other side, shall we? So left arm, left leg, hop, up and back. Bring that left foot forward. Setting up for that low lunge again. So dropping that back right knee this time. Classically, you can bring those arms up if you're ready to party. That back foot can be tucked or untucked. Bending through that front right knee. Maybe you, once again, interlace the fingies onto the knee, right above the knee. Use that as leverage to pull the chest up. And just kind of use this also, like I like to use this also, I should say, not only to just get into that yummy upper thigh area, which is fabulous, but just kind of make sure everything's aligned the way it should. So ankle under knee, I can still see my big toes. Chest up, stretch, just a different way to stretch. You can add the arms if and when you would like to. Breathing, kind of like leaning more into the stretch, into the legs. One more breath. Exhale the arms down, frame the foot, frame the front foot, and then start to sneak that right foot back. Finding a half split, half Hanuman on the other side. Oof. This is my bad leg, so she won't ever do what I want. From here, maybe this side is better for you. Maybe you're able to get right into splits and get your bum to the ground. Either way, maybe start with the half splits first, do some bending and stretching. As mentioned, try to keep that chest up as much as possible. So even if you're in the half splits like me, just kind of bringing the chest forward, utilizing those upper back bends. If you want to bring that right back knee back a little bit more, get into some more splitty splits by all means. Get into it. That doesn't feel good in my body. So I'm going to stick with my little half monkeys. There's a couple more breaths here. And then exhale. Start to sneak back forward into that little lunge. Bring front foot. And then step back, either from your plank or low plank. Maybe chaturanga, half push-up, bending the arms. Upward facing dog, straightening the arms. And downward facing dog. Gorgeous. All right, that's enough. Set up. Let's do some flows. On an inhale, go ahead and make your way to the front of the mat. You can do that however you'd like. Jump, hop, skip, skedaddle. Once there, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Lovely little reset. Never forget that. Inhaling all the way up. High mountain pose, maybe look up. And hands to chest, hands to prayer. So we'll do some yummy sun sals. It is Sunday when I'm doing this practice. So go ahead and stand in a nice Tadasana. Feet underneath hips. Maybe lift the toes for a second, pour some weight into the back heels. Arms in front of you, palms facing forward. Fingers relaxed and extended, chest up, spine straight. Chakras align up the spine through the crown, chin up. Maybe close or half close your eyes if you feel safe. Remembering your intention. Keep that with you. Let's do one sun sal A together, and we'll add on from there. Inhaling, high mountain pose, look up. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Inhale, look forward, halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and step back to plank. Maybe you step back to chaturanga or jump back. From here, chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog, or baby cobra, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just threw all the options at you if you didn't already know. Now you know you have them all, or you can be in downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, give yourself another breath. Inhale, exhale. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and jump, step, hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's do another Sunday, shall we? Why not? Make it more fluid. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, forward fold all the way to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Step back, jump back. Find your flow. Chaturanga. Inhaling up to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Finding your breath. Beautiful. A little more fluid this time. Inhaling and exhaling. Maybe that Ujjayi breath. On your next exhale, make way to the front of the mat, however you want to get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain pose all the way up, arms up. Exhale, sit back, find chair. Oh, chair. I made it sound spooky for some reason. It's not, it's just chair. So find your chair, maybe your arms stay up. Classic pose. Just making sure that chest is up as well, or maybe hands to prayer. I'm just finding your chair here. I like to keep my little toes up. Just reminds me to pour weight into my heels. Sitting back. One more inhale. One more exhale. On your next exhale, forward fold, get out of there. Ooh, yummy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, jump back, find your flow. Let's be downward facing dog. However you want to get there. Beautiful, beautiful. From downward facing dog, right foot up. Setting up for warrior one, right foot forward. Left foot swinging down, maybe 45-degree angle. Parallel-ish towards the back of the mat. Arms can be up classic. Hands, arms can cactus. Hands can be in prayer. Just finding our yum yum warrior. One more breath in warrior one. From warrior one, go ahead. Cartwheel those arms forward, very easy. Go through your flow or not. Just wanted to find a little warrior to start our practice. Beautiful. Go through your flow, find downward facing dog. Give yourself a breath. Left leg up and back. Left leg forward. Finding warrior one, other side. Apologize for not lifting the right leg, so they're a little uneven, but that's okay. So setting up for warrior one on the other side, arms can be up to the sky, they could be cactus, they could be hands to prayer, making sure that left knee is bent, you can still see your toes. That right foot maybe at a 45-degree-ish angle, hips facing forward, head lights forward. One more breath wherever you are. Exhale, hands forward, frame the foot, step back, go through flow, in downward facing dog. And give yourself a breath in down dog, especially when you're talking. Yum, yum. From downward facing dog, make your way to the front of the mat, hop, jump, skip. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sit those hips down and back. Arms up, chair pose. So let's do some twisted chairs. I'll face you. Go ahead and find prayer pose. Might as well start twisting this way. So before we twist, I like to keep my legs together. Your legs do not have to be. They can be hip width apart if that feels better on your hips. But my legs are together just so I can remember to keep my knees together as well. Or at least in line is the point. Still in chair. Let's go ahead and twist to the right, shall we? So I'm going to go ahead and do a hook twist. I'm going to twist to my right side. my left elbow outside my right knee, using that as leverage, prayer hands, twisting towards the right. I'm still chairing, I'm still sitting back. My knees are trying to be in line with themselves as much as possible. One more breath. And I will have mercy on us all. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead and bring the feet hip width apart. Let's do Padangusthasana. So taking the peace fingers, the index middle finger wrapping around big toes. Inhaling, looking forward, extending the chest forward. Exhaling, folding as much as possible over the legs while grabbing the toes. Using that as leverage to pull up and just pull in. So you have a little more leverage to maybe get into those hamstrings and really just give yourself a break in between sides. A lot of sitting. One more breath here. Padangusthasana. And on your next exhale, go ahead and unwind the fingers. Bring the feet back together if you like to have your feet together in chair. And then sit back, find your chair once again. In prayer chair. Chest up. And from here, chest up, chest up. Let's find the other side. So twisting towards the left. So finding that, hooking that right elbow right outside the left knee, using that as leverage to pull the chest to the side. Make sure the knees are aligned. And we're sitting and we're twisting in chair, yummy. If you already did it on one side and you opened up your arms because you're advanced, good for you. Make sure you do it on both sides. Otherwise, prayer twist is beautiful. One more breath here. Exhale, forward fold again. This time let's do Padangusthasana. So the other one. So this is Padangusthasana, which is hands underneath feet. So go ahead and bring those feet underneath the hips and hip width apart, I should say. This time, instead of peace fingers, we're going to take the whole palms of the hand as much as possible in your body. And we're going to slide the palms of our hands underneath the soles of our feet. Like I said, as much as possible, attempting to tickle your wrists with your toes, if that works in your body. Same thing, attempting to inhale the chest forward and exhale the chest down as much as possible. And just using that leverage of the hands underneath the feet to just get the chest as close to the thighs as you can. And just breathing here, breathing. One more breath. On an exhale, go ahead and unhook the hands. From here, go ahead and make your way back into down dog, however you would like. So maybe you want to jump back, maybe you want to float back, step back. Downward facing dog. This is where we'll all meet. From downward facing dog, this time lift your right leg up and back. Right foot forward, setting up for crescent lunge this time, high lunge. So right foot forward, left foot, she stays up, she stays on the toes. Maybe you start with your hands on your hips to find some stability as you come up. So staying on that back left toe, almost like you're in a little stiletto heel. Bending through the right front foot. Hips facing forward, arms up if that feels safe and comfortable. High crescent lunge. You can also practice those arms if that feels better. In your shoulders. Keeping your balance, maybe finding the focal point in front of you. Unmoving spot. On your next exhale, twist to the right this time. Right arm back, left arm forward. Twisting lunge, love a twisting lunge. We're still bending into that right leg. Maybe your left leg has a little bend in it like mine. Maybe you look back towards your right arm. One more breath. And on your next inhale, follow your left arm back and open up into warrior two, big transition. I'll face you. Finding warrior two. Opening up towards the, what is that, left side? Right foot forward. Finding our delicious warrior two first. Making sure we are even. So we're gonna bend through that right leg, but we're not going to lose balance. One more breath here. Make sure you can see your big toe. Make sure that back foot is a little more parallel to the short edge of the mat. Maybe not perfect. One more breath here. Whew. On an inhale, reverse that warrior, right arm up and back. Left arm, maybe she's down the leg, maybe she's tucked behind. And once again, stretching through those ribs like we did at the beginning of class. And just because it feels good in my body, go ahead and start to straighten into reverse triangle. We're gonna move there anyways. So we're gonna move to triangle, as I mentioned. Let's start reversed, just because it feels so good. Oh, stretching through the whole body, from the right toes all the way to the right fingers. I like to sneak my back leg in just a little bit as well for triangle. Just gives me a little more balance in my body. And from here, on your next inhale, start to tip forward. Tip, tip, tip. Tipping forward, extending over that right leg, that straight right leg, almost like you're reaching for something, all the possibilities. And when you finally can't reach anymore, that's when your arm comes down. Maybe she comes down to a block. Maybe she comes down to the ankle or the shin. And, before we extend the left arm up, maybe you can keep her tucked or keep your hand on your hip. And you just kind of roll that shoulder up once again, looking up towards the sky. Finding full elongation through the chest. Finally, maybe the arm comes up. But, we're trying to keep our body straight, like we're toasted a toaster, as much as possible, wherever we are. Flat little triangles, one more breath. On your next exhale, start to bend into warrior two once again. Finding our warrior two. We face your way, so it'll be kung fu's. And from warrior two, cartwheel the arms forward. Go through the flow or not. We're going to find downward facing dog. Come to that on the other side, of course. Giving yourself a breath and down dog. And from here, left leg up and back. Three-legged dog. Bring that left foot forward, setting up. Finding a high lunge crescent pose. So maybe your hands are on your hips first, setting up your beautiful crescents. Knowing that back leg, maybe she's a little bent, just to make sure everything is elongated and straight, tucking that tailbone, bending through that front leg as much as possible. Still seeing that little big toe, little big lines. Bending through that back leg. Our foot is in a little stiletto-y, very parallel stiletto, obviously. From here, maybe your arms are up. Whoop. Finding your high crescent lunge. Beautiful. And breathing. From here, in your high crescent, we're going to twist that crescent lunge. So inhaling the left arm back, right arm forward, twisting towards the left this time. Other side. Sorry for my back being towards you. Make sure, as much as possible, your chest is up straight, arms parallel to the ground. One more breath, big transition. Right arm back, opening into warrior two, facing the other side of the mat. One of my favorite transitions. And then finding our breath, finding our stance in warrior two. That back leg will be a little more parallel to the back edge of the mat than our warrior one. Hips, try to keep them in line as much as possible. Torso, arms parallel to the ground, bending through that left front knee. One more breath. Reverse that warrior, left arm up and back. Right arm, she's down. Right arm, she's tucked. Bending into the left knee. And breathing and breathing. From here, one more breath. Straighten that front left leg. Stretching through, whole triangle. Love a nice reverse triangle. Stretching through the whole body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. One more breath. And go ahead and extend that left arm forward. Just start to reach as much as possible. Reach, reach, reach. Till you can't reach anymore. Left arm down. And then finding our triangle pose. So we got all the options once again. So maybe you got a block there if it's accessible. A yummy block is lovely, brings the floor up to us. Able to find a flat plane of glass that we're in between, if not toaster. But before that, maybe you don't have your block with you. Maybe you're just on your shin or your ankle. And just use that to pull your chest up. Maybe your arm tucked before she comes up finally. And breathing and breathing. Beautiful triangles. One more breath. Finding warrior two, bending through the front leg once again. From warrior two, go ahead, cartwheel, the arms forward, bring the foot, step back, find your flow, or don't. Meet downward facing dog. Finding downward facing dog, giving yourself a breath. Yummy. From downward facing dog, make your way to the front of the mat. Hop, jump, skip, skedaddle. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain pose. Exhale, hands to prayer. Let's do some balancing. Lovely balancing. Oh, my friend. So I thought we'd do simple tree pose into eagle and then into our warrior three since we've done all the other warriors. We grab some water. Of course, you don't need my permission. Please grab water when you need it. So finding our gorgeous tree pose first. Go ahead and make sure you can bring your hands to your hips if it feels good to start off with. It can also be just beside you in a classic Tadasana. I'm gonna bring my hands to my hips. Feet, just like Tadasana, feet are gonna meet underneath our hips. Once again, just even out the whole body. We're just finding balance through the whole frame of the body. And let's go ahead and start to balance on our left foot this time. So pouring as much weight as you can into your left foot, rooting down through the left foot through the ground. And then from here, go ahead and find a little standing one-legged Tadasana. So bringing the right foot up, just bending, just finding our balance first. Maybe you start to find that focal point in front of you, that unmoving point. From here, start to bring your bent leg to the left, no, to the right. To my right, to your right. And from here, start to find your tree pose and go for it. I was building the anticipation. Go ahead and find your tree pose wherever she is. Maybe she's a little tripod today and that's a great place to be. Maybe she's up here in the upper thigh area. Just try to avoid the knee if possible. So feel free to keep the hands of prayer if that feels good and balanced in your body, especially to start off with. Inhaling, maybe you grow your branches when you're ready. Maybe you're very balanced in your tree and you've done a million of these and you're able to close your eyes. Find a new challenge there. It's very difficult. Wherever you are in your tree, just find your balance and grow when you're ready to grow, just like life. One more breath. And from your tree, just go ahead and detach from your trunk, keeping that right leg in the air. Start to bring her forward and twisting over the trunk, over the left leg. We're finding an eagle pose in our legs first. So maybe your hands say the prayer. Maybe your arms come to the side. to find balance that way, because we will be doing eagle arms as well. So keeping the spine elongated and just twisting the legs as much as possible. So we have our right leg over the left. That means our right arm is coming underneath the left arm. So you can either give yourself a hug with the left arm on top. This is a beautiful place to be. Or you can come into a full eagle wrap. Maybe connecting the palms or the outside of the hands. From here, our chest and our spine are up, long, straight, elongated, sitting back a little bit through the legs, nesting the eagle, finding your breath, pulling everything into your core. One more breath wherever you are. And then we'll consider this peak pose. From your eagle wrap, if I can get back into it. So either keeping the eagle arms or not, we're going to move into warrior three. So balancing on the left leg still. I know, she's probably doing a lot of work at this point. Start to come up. Oh, my left leg, leaving. Go ahead and start to unwrap the eagle. And we're going to start to sneak that right leg back, finding our warrior three. As mentioned, you can keep that eagle arm wrap. Or maybe you find your classic warrior three arms, whatever that means. Maybe an airplane, maybe in front of you, maybe hands to prayer. Flexing through that back leg, back right foot. You can also be in standing L. Beautiful options. Hands come to ground, or maybe hands to blocks. Chest up. Trying to find a standing L, standing T with the chest. Wherever you're at, one more breath. Step back. Finding high crescent lunge. Gorgeous. Beautiful, everyone. From high crescent, go ahead and bring the arms forward. Step back, find the flow or not. We're going to find downward facing dog. Beautiful. From downward facing dog, make your way to the front of the mat, however you love to get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, high mountain pose. Alrighty, let's do the other side, shall we? Finding Tadasana first. Finding a full balance through our whole body, elongating the spine and the chakras through the crown, or as much as possible. So from here, we did balance on left, so this time, obviously right. I'm going to keep my arms beside me. You can obviously do hips as well. So from here, start to pour weight to the right foot, just like all the roots of your tree are going into the earth, down into the ground. From here, start to lift the left leg. So just find balance first, lifting the left leg, flexing through the left foot. Maybe hands to hips feels better. From here, go ahead and bring the left leg out to the side, finding that hip opening first. And then from here, you got it, go into that tree pose. Finding the tree pose, finding your little trunk or big trunk. Finding balance, maybe find a focal point in front of you for balance, unmoving point. Hands can stay to prayer. Maybe you grow your branches when you're ready. Maybe you have a new challenge and you try to close your eyes. It's very difficult, personally. Just give yourself a breath in your tree wherever you are. All right, from tree, we're going to move into our eagle. Passing forward. So go ahead and detach from your trunk. Start to bring that left leg over the right in that eagle pose. My foot just kind of hangs out because she cannot do a double wrap, but maybe you can. Maybe it feels more balanced for you to bring your arms to the side, knowing we're going to wrap them anyways. So left leg over means left arm underneath. Right arm over, you can either give yourself a hug, which is yummy and beautiful, or you can do Eagle wrap arms. Go ahead and find your reps. Pull everything towards the center, towards your core. Start to nest your eagle if that feels good. Sitting back a little bit. Chest up, arms up, level with the face. And breathe and balance. And give yourself another breath in our eagle. And from here, we're going to move into our warrior three again. So still balancing on our right foot. Start to unwrap those eagle legs. Stretch that left foot back. Flex through that left foot. Maybe you're in a warrior three with eagle arms. Maybe you're airplane mode. Maybe classic eagle. Nope, warrior three. Maybe hands in prayer. Or maybe in a yummy L. If you're in standing L, your chest is still forward. Maybe you're on fingers, maybe you're on blocks, bringing the floor to you. Flexing through that left foot wherever you are. Breathing, breathing, breathing. One more breath. Exhale. Gently step back. Woo! Finding your crescent lunge. Yeah. Stick the landing. Gorgeous options, everyone. And then from here, let's do another flow while we can. Step back, find downward facing dog if you're done flowing. Oh, beautiful. From downward facing dog, let's go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Finding Dandasana staff pose, so bringing the knees down. Finding a seat. Legs out in front of you. Stretching, maybe moving some flesh from beneath your bum. Legs out straight, feet flexed. Finding staff pose, which means hands underneath shoulders, chest up, spine long, spine elongated, crown up. Maybe arms up if that feels better. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and start to fold forward. Just elongating over the legs. Maybe your toes, your feet are already there for you to grab. Go ahead and grab them. Or maybe just the side of the mat. Wherever you are, remember to pull your chest forward. Keep pulling your chest forward and elongating your spine. And then using that exhale to fold a little bit more. And just find your most foldy place where you can't fold anymore. And just breathe. Start to relax the system. Your exhale, go ahead and roll up the spine. Let's do some seated trees. So go ahead and bring the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Still facing forward, facing the left long leg. Stretch out in front of you, foot flexed. From here, same thing. Kind of like the Dandasana as we started, chest up, spine long, maybe the arms up, or maybe not. On an exhale, go ahead and fold forward over that left leg as much as possible. Maybe grabbing the foot or the toes if it's there for you to grab. And remember, using an inhale to kind of use that chest to move the spine up. Breathe through the crown of the head, exhaling, rolling over the leg and the spine. Just stretching through that hamstring. All those hamstrings. Next exhale, go ahead and pull up. Let's do the other legs. Go ahead and Bring the right foot out in front of you. Bend the left leg. Bring the left sole to the inner right thigh. Same thing, Dandasana, spine long, straight, maybe arms up. Exhaling over the leg, folding over that right leg. Maybe you grab the foot, maybe not. Just breathing and stretching. Inhaling, chest up, exhaling, roll. On your next exhale, go ahead and roll up. Bringing both soles of the feet together, finding a nice butterfly. I'll face you. Yummy butterfly position. So soles of the feet together, your hands can come to the outside of your feet, or maybe once again use those peace fingers to grab the big toe. Open your feet up like a book. Maybe your hips come down to the ground a little bit more. As always, inhaling, chest up long and strong and straight. Exhaling, rolling forward, letting your head be the last thing that rolls into this yummy butterfly. Stretching through the inner thighs. Delicious. One more breath here. Rolling up the spine once again and deliciously rolling onto the back. Maybe giving yourself a little back massage. Nice, beautifully made wind relieving pose. Bringing the knees in, hugging the knees to the chest, and just enjoying being on your back, which is always delicious. Whatever reason. From here, bringing the feet to the ground. Got to do a little back bend. Got to get those in. We'll just do one. So you can stick with a delicious back bend of choice. So you can either do wheel or you can do a little bridge pose. I'll do a bridge pose. I'll do both. Why not? So feel free to stick with bridge pose if you'd like. Heels of the feet close to the bum. Back as much, just straight on the ground as obviously as much as possible. Arms elongated alongside you, I should say. And on your next inhale, start to lift the hips up towards the sky, rolling onto the upper back. Start to sneak the shoulders in towards the midline as much as possible. Maybe you grasp the fingers if they're there, maybe not. Maybe just try to snug those shoulders underneath you, letting that roll the chest up. Keep the chin away from the chest. Make sure to hug the knees together as much as possible with the action of hugging them together. Hips up, breathing. If you're doing wheel, go ahead. Fingers facing the shoulders, bring them underneath you. You can roll to the top of the head first, and then straighten the arms and the legs into a full wheel pose. Wherever you are, remember to breathe. Hips up, maybe using each breath to stretch another centimeter towards the sky. One more breath. On your exhale, tuck the chin, roll gently down. Bring the knees together first, centering yourself, and then bringing the knees to the chest again, rocking. Beautiful options, everyone. Let's do a nice little inversion before we finish off class. I think we have enough time. Yeah, we have a little bit. Close, so I'll do one inversion of choice. You can do a nice little, either legs up the wall if you have a wall, or a nice little waterfall. Legs up, feet flexed, up to the sky. Feel free to have the hips on the hands if you'd like. Give yourself a little sacral leverage. Makes balancing a little bit better. Just trying to keep those legs straight as much as possible, letting that blood flow. Just go the other way. little boost. If shoulder stand is already in your practice, by all means move it to shoulder stand. This is a very bad example of shoulder stand, but if you already have it in your practice, just go ahead and start to move, roll onto your shoulders. Start to lift the hips and the legs up towards the sky. I like to try to keep my elbows as close together as possible, even if that means maybe utilizing plow pose to just kind of realign my shoulders a little bit more. And if you're not there already, go ahead and move to plow pose. Not everyone, only if you're in shoulder stand. If you're in waterfall, start to come down. Everyone start to come down. The last active pose I'll give you is happy baby. So grabbing the inner, outer legs, outer feet, I should say, soles of feet. Rolling the hips up towards the sky, soles of the feet towards the sky. Rolling around like the happiest baby. Maybe straighten one leg at the other. And if there's any other pose that I didn't do that's really needed in your practice, kind of like a supine twist or something, where you twist to one side or the other, go ahead and do that now. The last pose I'll offer is the last pose of any practice, the most important pose of any practice, and that's Shavasana. So when you're ready, go ahead and find your final resting pose, which means taking up as much space as you would like or are comfortable taking up on your mat. Maybe you have your arms and your feet stretched out alongside you, just taking up all the space as much as you can. Maybe you have your feet in a Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly, maybe one hand chest, one hand belly. Wherever you're at, go ahead and start to settle in to that final rest as you absorb this delicious practice we've done together. And just start to release any breath that you already had, any metered breath that you had. Ujjayi. Just find a nice natural inhaling and exhaling. Absorb all the great work you've done into comfort of wherever you're at, maybe your home or maybe a place you feel safe. If it feels safe there, by all means close your eyes. And I'll give you just a couple moments to take in this breath, practice in stillness, and I'll let you know when to return. Shavasana. As our practice is already over just a little bit, let's go ahead and start to come out of our Shavasana. Or you can stay in there, you're already in your safe space or at home, so by all means stay in Shavasana as much as possible. If you'd like to move on with your day, find a nice comfortable seat once again, just like when we started. I want to thank everyone who joined me today at my first YouTube virtual session. I definitely will have at least one of these every month, so stay tuned or subscribe to the channel or subscribe to the newsletter, and I'll let you know when they're coming up. They're usually around this time on the weekend, in the morning time, but there's always room for more opportunities to flow together, especially from the comfort of home. So I just want to thank you. I want to thank the Curiosity Coalition, which has just started, that I founded, and we just invite everyone, either yogis or creators, doers, artists of every walk of life, to just come together and support each other in our different pursuits. Right now, KRaine Yoga is taking charge of leading these, but I would love to encourage more teachers or more students to come on and just do different iterations of their practices or art forms or creative expressions. So thank you once again. Happy Wellness Month, and I hope to see you next month. Namaste. Go with love.